A very good morning to you on this beautiful Friday morning. I thought we'd start straight down on the mat because I really want to show you how to make these bracelets, and it's going to build quite quickly. So hopefully we'll be able to make a full one today. I got many different colors for you. I just love how they turn around, so just bring it up. We're going to be creating these little flowers with crystals, very quick and very easy technique. It's based on right angle weave. I don't know when was the last time we did right angle weave. I think it's been quite some time. What shall I do? Shall I pop you over to the website quickly? I'll pop you over to the website quickly. So now you know what you need to do. totallybeads.co.uk is the website. Let me just go back to the main page and then just get rid of that. And then you're gonna click on jewelry making. You're gonna go into video tutorials, and then there is hundreds of different tutorials. There is the crystal daisy flower bracelet. Simon called it daisy flower. I think it sounds quite nice. And I'm gonna scroll down and show you we got many different colorways. Now we got a really great offer on this one. Now don't forget, one kit will make you 2 bracelets. However, they're £9.99 each, or you get 2 for 15. So for £15 you can make 4 bracelets. Each kit comes with 2 different colors of crystals, so you can do all sorts of different patterns, but I will show you that once we get done. So if I'm gonna come back to the camera, there we go, and then I'm gonna show you close up, probably zoom in a little bit more, and I'm gonna show you them close up. So we got aqua. This is a sort of a clear aqua color with a solid aqua color, and let me just move these out so you can focus on better. A solid aqua color, and we got these beautiful silver line seed beads to go with it. Now you can either have the solid color as the sort of the ring of crystals, or you can have the you can vice versa. You can do all sorts of different patterns. So that's aqua. Then the next one is blue, which I am going to be demoing with, so I'm just gonna get the materials here for you. The next one is green, which is this beautiful seafoam green. This is one of my favorite colors. Next one is the gunmetal. Now I love this one, and I'll show you why I love this. Because of the crystals, they're like half plated in the middle, so as you turn the crystals around you can see sort of different colors in them as well. And they're going to be turning sort of around backwards and forwards, so you're going to be sort of different patterns in there. I really love this one. This one is called gunmetal. The next one is the mauve, which is this one. We got autumn rainbows and beautiful pinks in there, and like an auburn color of crystal as well on the side. Next one is the pink. It's a very lovely soft pink. And then the seed beads are more like, look like little pearls really. I do love this one as well. Next one is purple. You get so many colors today, I couldn't contain myself. You know me in colors. That's the purple. Next one is red. So I did add the green and the red in there because obviously Christmas is coming up soon, so we can have some Christmassy colors. The red is lovely as well. Next one is the rose. Got this sort of salmon pink with this like a dusty sort of orange color. I think the camera doesn't give it very much of a justice, but it goes really nice together. If I put in a white background, probably you can see it better. I really love this color as well. It's something like, it looks like a little bit vintagey. Next one, last but not least, is the white one, where we got ivy and white crystals with white sort of pearlescent seed beads there. So they look like sort of a little bit of an icicle for me. You won't see on the white background, so I put it back there. So that's all the colors we have today. I got 2 doggies running up and down, so I hope they're gonna be good. Right, so quickly saying hello, and then I'm gonna get in straight to start in the making. Good morning, just me. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Joanne, Angela. Good morning, Melissa. Camille, good morning. Right, so shall we get started? So what we're gonna do, I like to leave the bobbin on because I can go take more thread off the bobbin and then go back and bead the other way if I need to, if I run out of thread on one end. I'm just gonna grab some thread for this, maybe a nice light blue. Where is my light blue? There we go, there's a little bit darker one, that will do. So I'm just gonna grab everything out. I need two colors of the crystal, and actually what we can do, because the kits are $9.99 or 2 for $15, if you get two kits, you can even mix the colors even more. And I might just do that. I might just include the pink in it because I did like that little pink. Let me just grab the pink ones as well. So you can create all sorts of different patterns. So just got the crystals off, and I'm going to pop my seed beads out, and I'm going to treat myself to a new needle. Last night in a bead club I was going through my little needle holder here, and most of them are like bent, so I'm going to use a new needle today. Very, very easy pattern. Good morning, Elaine. So I'm just going to grab the pink one as well, because it will be really nice to mix another color as well, and such a good offer on there. Kimberly saying good morning, Roxy and Baby Woof Woof. Baby Woof Woof's name is Luna. Christopher named her Luna in the end. She's really, really lovely, but she's almost the size of Roxy now. She's only like 4.5 months old and like huge. Really growing very, very well. Oh, there we go, Roxy's. There's something she started to do this week, last week. So Roxy barked if the postman puts the letter through the door, and then what happens is that Luna goes, steals the letter, and she's very helpful. She shreds the letter. So bless her. Right. So I'm gonna start. Right, okay. So the first thing you need to decide, what color do you want inside in the circles and what colors you want outside. You could do a mixture of both. So you could have like all sorts of different patterns. We could do like X's. We could do, I'm going to do with the circles, just sort of easier to learn the pattern, and then can show you other bits of pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up one crystal, one seed, one crystal, one seed, all the way along until I have got 6 sets. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. So if you started with a crystal, you finish with a seed. If you started with a seed, you finish with a crystal. Doesn't really matter which ones to start. You start with, I guess. Right, so I got 6 on there. I'm going to go through all 6 of them to have a nice solid base. And I'm going to keep going around until I go all the way around. And then I want to come past my tail so I can pull this nice and tight. And I want to come out of a seed bead. So I'm just going to go through the next crystal and seed bead and pull this nice and tight. So I've got my first little circle here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run around again, and each time I'm running around, I'm going to be adding 3 seed beads on top of the seed beads. So I'm just going to pick up 3 seed beads. I'm going to go through the same seed beads I'm coming out of, the crystal in front of it, and the next seed bead. Just like that. So when I pull this up nice and tight, I'm going to have like a little peak of 3 seed beads sitting on there. So I'm going to do this all the way around. So another 3 seed bead. Good morning, Sheila. Angela is saying that's Bella looking for a dog. Bless them. They do play quite a lot together. There we go. I'm just running around and adding all these on. Oh, hey Luna, she's right here. She's like, I want to say hello. Maybe at the end, if she's still here, I'll show her to you. I'm just running around, adding the trees on top of the seed beads, creating like a little icicle shape. So I just did the last one. I'm gonna go along a couple of crystals just to sort of be away from the tail. And what I want to do is I want to follow my thread path around. Gonna go through a seed bead, follow my thread path around in the little loop itself. So I'm coming out one of the very outer seed beads. Good morning, Mina. Good morning, Annie. So I'm gonna come up through that and here, and I'm ready to add my next little flower. So because we got 2 for 15 offer here, so I thought I'm gonna do just so you can really see what we're doing, a different color. So I'm ready to pick up my crystals and seeds again. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with a crystal and then seed bead, crystal, seed beads until I have got 6 crystals. So I'm starting with a crystal this time and finishing with a crystal because I already have got the seed bead on there, which I am going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put these crystals in. So I'm just going to come through here. So just added a pink one on there so you can really see it. And then I'm going to go along. I'm going to go into the crystal and the seed, and I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to pick up 3 seeds, go through that seed again, the next crystal and the seed. So I'm adding the little sort of standing out, almost like little petals onto the flower, or like icicle. 7 different things. 1, 2, 3, and just running around. So I will join these up, because if I don't join this up, they're only going to be joined by that. So I want to join them there and there as well. So I got 2 options here. I either join them as I go along, or I do all the flowers all the way down, and then I can run up and down on the side of the bracelet. Sometimes it's easier to run up and down afterwards, but sometimes it's just as easy to do it as you go along, because then you don't have to come back in. So I'm going all the way around with the 3 seed beads on the pink one as well. Just getting a little knot. There we go. Pulling that out. There we go. Roxy heard something again. So I'm going to go and I want to join this sort of prong to this one and this to this one. So I'm going to follow my thread path around until I get to this here. And instead of going to the top, I'm going to turn. Hey Luna, she's here again. She's so cuddly, she's lovely. She just loves to sort of come up to you and ask for cuddles. Right, there we go. And then I'm going to turn in this little cluster of seed beads. I'm going to want to come out of the very sort of outer one. I'm going to pick up a crystal, and from here I'm going to jump down to the first circle. So I'm going to add those side ones in now. And then, what's going on with the thread today? There we go. And then I'm going to follow my thread path around to this side and then go back up to the top that way. So both sides are done. I'm just going along and turning again, going and up this side, coming through. I'm gonna cord the thread. Don't know what's going on with my thread this morning. There we go. You can use fine line for this one as well. It would give a bit more rigidity to it, but the thread gives a nice fluidity to it. So I'm going to pick up a crystal. I picked up the other color blue, and I'm just going to go up into that. So I joined the two together. And now I'm going to follow my thread path all the way up to the top to be ready to add the next cluster. So I'm always, it would be easier if I just sort of come in this seed bead and went straight into the crystal and up to the top. However, there is no thread path between that seed bead and the crystal, so I'm going to follow the thread path I created and go kind of the long way around. I could just sort of jump up and go up that way, but that would then turn this little seed bead slightly, so it would be out of so it would have to take up a different angle. So I'm going to follow my thread path around, even though this will be the long way around, but it's worth it. And just going through. Come saying coffee. Take some coffee. Yeah, I got some, actually made some this morning before I sat down. I take a slip. Yolanda, good morning. There we go. I think I might need to untwist my thread quickly. I'm just going to go up to the top, and before I add the next circle on, I'm just very quickly going to hold it by the bottom of my needle and just put it all the way down as I lift up. Yes, it's spinning around quite a bit, so it was twisted. That's why we're getting it all trying to, not all the time, just one more time, let it spin around. There we go. So I'm ready to add the next one. I'm going to add a blue one again. So again, I'm going to start with a crystal seed until I got 6 crystals. I started with a crystal and finishing with a crystal here because I only got 1 seed on there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So I'm going to go through that seed bead from the other side to form my next circle, and then through the next crystal and seed, and I'm going to start adding my 3 seed beads again. So it's very easy, really, only a couple of 3 steps. One, when you add your circle, next you add your little seed beads, and then you kind of sort of weave down quickly to join the 2 together on the side, and then go up to the top. There we go. Another 3. And finally another 3. The last 3. And then I'm going to start coming around, sort of trying to go through as many seed beads and crystals as I can at the same time. And I am going to go down on this side little cluster and then come up on that cluster to join them together. So they're $9.99. They make 2 bracelets, but you get 2 for 15. So for 15 quid you can make 4 bracelets. And the more color of crystal you have, the more patterns you could do. It would be nice to have like each circle a different color, maybe going in a gradient from one color to another. So I'm just coming through, just following the thread path I have created, and then coming to the top. Again, I'm going to take the long way around, just sort of there isn't any extra thread paths. There we go. I'm going to come out the very last seed bead, and I'm ready to add the next circle. So I'm going to start with a crystal. I'm going to do another couple, and then I'll show you how to add the end on. So crystal, seed, crystal, seed, crystal, seed. And even like, you know, you can mix the seed beads as well. So I could, if I grab that out, because if you did go to the 2 offer, if I grab these seed beads out, the pink ones, what the pink uses, let me just pop some out here. I could then just do the inner side pink, or I could, but no, that one is already blue. I would had to have this one pink right at the top, otherwise it's gonna, so I'm not gonna use the pink ones. Otherwise you're gonna have one odd blue one in our circle, so we do it in the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to come through that seed bead again. The blue goes quite nicely together. I could have used the white one, the white crystals as well would have gone really nicely with it. The aqua would have gone really nice. The red and the green would go really nicely together. So do have a look, because there are like multiple options. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to run around and add these in. I'm not sure if you can hear Luna, but that's Luna now. I think they're playing. They're running up and down, in and out so much. It's nice to see them. Right, I'm all the way around, and then I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna go down, adding that crystal in. That joined, each flower is joined at 3 points, not just one. There we go. So I'm going to pick up, and I'm using the other color in the blue to join them. But then equally we could have this one in the middle. So there is so many different options with this. And I'm going to run around. That way. There we go, and I'm adding a blue one in here, a clear transparent blue one. And then I'm gonna go around the long way to get to the top. It's lovely. It's really, it looks more difficult than what it actually is, I think, but it does build quite quickly, and I just think it's a lovely little pattern to do. So I'm going to add one more blue one, and then I'll show you how to add the toggle at the end. And that's it really, because then if I run out of thread on one side, I can take more thread from my bobbin and go that way. So I'm adding a blue one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, 5. They're rolling around on my mat in front of me. 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna come through that seed bead from the other side to form my next circle to the first crystalline seed, and I'm adding my 3s again. And there we go, just running around, adding the 3 seed beads on top of every single seed bead. I love like sometimes just using, you know, minimal materials like seed beads and crystals. Just really, I know we're using 2 different colors of crystals, in this case 3, but I just love sometimes to have something very sort of simple about it when you're just using, you know, one size of seed bead and one size of crystal, just really nicely, kind of very like pleasing to the eye. I'm not really sure what the word I'm looking for, but it's like very pleasing to the eye, like sort of elegant. Sometimes less is more, as they say. So I'm just coming up on this side, gonna add the crystal in here as well, and I'm gonna follow my thread path going around to the top. Right, okay, so if I, let's say this is as long as I wanted to do on this side, or it's the length of the bracelet what I wanted it to be. Let me just, I got a little knot. You don't want the knot, but they keep on coming. There we go. I'm gonna go. So I am in this very last little sort of cluster of seeds, but this is not really where I need to be. If I was adding another one, I would turn and come to the end and pick up my next lot. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go along one more, and I want to be coming out of the tip of this cluster, because right at the end of the bracelet, like I won't have these two really anywhere to like link to. There won't be another circle on there, so I'm gonna pick up a seed, a crystal and a seed, because these gaps are a little bit bigger. Just turned around, I heard Luna chewing something, and her newest trick as well, that she's taking all the toys out to the garden, and she's bringing stuff in from the garden as well. I mean, she's not digging up the plants, she's a good girl, but she's finding the little tags. So when you buy a plant, there is like a tag comes with like this plasticky tag comes with the plants, and I usually just stick it next to the plants. So she's hunting them down all in the garden and bringing them in. So another seed, crystal seed, and came to the next prong. So I just got nice sort of flat end there. I'm gonna follow my thread path around, but it's a toy she's got, and I want to come out in the middle. So I'm gonna go up, just follow any thread path I had. I want to come out just before that crystal, so I'm gonna pick up a couple of seed beads. I'm gonna pick up another crystal, Then I'm gonna pick up another 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3. Go to the loop on the toggle. Pick up another 3 seed beads. Come back through the crystal. Pick up another 2 seed beads. And then go through the 3 seed beads in between those 2 crystals at the end. There we go. And what I like to do, I'm not going to sort of go through it now, but what I like to do at this point, I like to go up and around the clasp and then come back again, so it's sort of double strength on there, even sort of do like a whole round, like joining these crystals, following any thread path you have, to strengthening the clasp, because it's always the clasp where you sort of pull and push the bracelet the most. So I like to make that part sort of extra strong, but that's there is to it. There's a lovely little pattern, and quite easy to do, builds really quickly as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now let me just move these seed beads out and these crystals as well, and then I'm just going to bring in, so this the blue on its own contains the see-through and the solid blue. We got the aqua, we have got, let me just zoom in a little bit, there we go, we got the white, we got red, we got this beautiful salmony color which is called rose, we have got pink, we use the pink, the solid pink sort of in with the blue today. We got purple, we have got these beautiful, like, I always call it like mermaid pink or autumn rainbow. It's called mauve. We got this one, I love this one as well, because this and the crystals are sort of, as they turn around, they kind of look like different because they're half plated. They look really great as well. And then we got the green, this beautiful seafoam green, last but not least. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kitty. Lovely, graceful bracelet. Well, thank you very much. Very pretty bracelet. Thank you, Sheila. How do I, the button changed, but yes, I can. It's lovely when you look at the circle and see the star in the center. Yes, absolutely. I think the white one definitely looks like a little icicle, really. Not showing so much up on there, but if I bring it up, you will zoom in. Yeah. I just love it. It's very easy and very quick to do. So do check out on the website. Yeah, that's it for me today. I'm going into the Bead Club. We're doing sort of a crystal square bracelet today. I really love it, using different crystals and micro crystals and pearls. And next week I'll be back. We will be working with some new crystals, so that will be very interesting as well. John saying they are gorgeous. Thank you so much. And thank you. Oh, you came up on my YouTube. I think YouTube is sort of like that, and Facebook as well. It's like I always wonder how like the algorithm works, because sometimes there's random stuff pop up to me. Oh, Luna is here, so I might be able to. Luna, come here. Luna, come here, Luna. So you've seen Roxy before. Come here, babe. Oh, this is Luna, and she's not a little pup anymore. She is. This is. Shall we change? Hang on. Let's go on here. Say hello. This is Luna. So this is one of Roxy's puppies we kept. She's quite light, bless her, but she's such a beautiful little doggy. So from me and Luna, I'm going to say have a good weekend, and we're going to say our goodbyes. I'm going to go and look for some breakfast. Have a good weekend, and we see you next Friday. Bye. Bye. Oh. Come on. There we go. Oh.